Hi guys, I'm Brady. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to stop the spread of aquatic invasive species and how to identify them and I'm going to be doing it from Squaw Creek. Okay, so this is Eurasian water milfoil. It's considered a perennial submerged plant, and it was believed to be brought over in the 1940s as an aquarium plant. It's found in all 48 states and 3 Canadian provinces. So it's basically all over the US. Some of the key features are that it has leaflets. When you pull it out of the water, it collapses, but it's commonly misidentified as coontail. So there's a lot of places where it could be, but people just assume it's coontail because it looks puffy underwater. The next one is brittle naiad. Now, brittle naiad is very brittle. It breaks super easy. It's also found in 48 states. The reason why it's so invasive is because it creates dense mats, so it outcompetes native vegetation. And it breaks off, so you can have one plant, and if it breaks in half, then you'll have 2 plants, and then so on. The next plant is curly leaf. Now, in my opinion, curly leaf is a super cool plant because I like the leaves, how it looks like lasagna, which is a key identifying feature. This is very unique because it's the very first plant that grows in the summer, so it's literally getting a jump start on all the other native plants. They also have turions on the top, which is their seed, and those can last for years. So when people are like redoing their lakes and stuff, there's turions that are in the soil that you're bringing in, and then the curly leaf is growing up because it can grow in depths of up to 12 feet. The next ones I'm going to be talking about are the invertebrates. So this is the rusty crayfish. So the rusty crayfish is believed to be brought over by like anglers from other states using them as bait. So some of their key features are they have a rough spot on each side of their body, and they have greenish to blue claws. Now these things can get up to 4 inches long without measuring their claws. So the reason that they're so invasive is because they eat a lot of food and they outcompete our native crayfish. And they also dig a lot of holes, so they're degrading the shoreline, and they're very disease resistant crayfish. The next one is the zebra mussel. Now the zebra mussel, I would say, is pretty much that everybody has heard of. It has stripes that look like zebras. They're D-shaped. They can get up to 2 inches, but most of the time you don't see them past 1 inch. Now they're invasive because they attach to our native mussels, and then those mussels cannot open up, so they eventually just suffocate. These are also a problem with water treatment plants due to the fact that they can stick to any hard substrate and clog up the pipes. This is the only mussel that can attach to hard substrate. And one of the main problems is that they'll attach to boats, and then there can be so many of them that they can crack the hull of the boat. They have little veligers, which are their little babies, that can be covering a lake, and then when you draw in like your live well, you'll have veligers in it. So one way to stop the spread of these is to like drain all the water that is in your boat. The next one is the bad word, the carp. So this is a big head carp. The next fish I'll be talking about is the silver carp. So both of the big head carp was brought over to America in like the 80s as aquaculture, to like, they were using aquaculture to clean out all the tanks and ponds and eat plankton, because they're really good plankton eaters. And they eventually got out because the Mississippi River flooded, and now these silver carp, the big head and the silver, can be found from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up. They're practically on the door of the Great Lakes, just trying to get in their harbor. So some key identifying features you can tell from the big head and the silver that distinguish them is that they both have low set eyes, a big mouth, and for the ways you can tell the big head from the silver is the big head's pectoral fin extends past this fin. He is known to get bigger than the silver. They can get up to like 100 pounds. They're more gray to white and they're blotchy. And these things, when you're shocking them like I have, when they come up with their mouth wide open, and it's pretty intimidating. It looks like a 5-gallon bucket. Now the silver carp. This is probably the one that most people know. They have a silvery color. Their eye is low set, except theirs are turned more forward. They also have a big mouth, and they're pack swimmers. So when you're down on your boat and you're like flying super fast, these things get spooked by noise and they'll jump out. And a common problem is them hitting people in the face and causing damage. But just like the big head, they are plankton eaters, so they're eating all the plankton, which is affecting our native larval fish and plants and all that stuff. So you may be asking yourself, how do we stop the spread of aquatic invasive species? Well, we have a plan. You gotta follow the clean, drain, and dry rules that the Iowa DNR and the whole United States has set up. So you wanna clean your boat of any mud, any veg on your trailer. Drain, so you wanna drain your live well and your belt pump to make sure that you're not bringing any water with you that could potentially have villagers or little fragments of plants. Dry. You should have a towel with you to dry off your boat to make sure that there's no mud or extra water on it. So, with the knowledge that I have given you, I hope this inspires you to stop the spread of aquatic invasive species. Thank you.